Hey guys, this is Eric from Figma Unboxing, and in this video we're going to take a look at Figma number 313, Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! And growing up, I'm a pretty big Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but I mainly just watched the anime. I really like the story, especially the characters. I love the characters in there, especially Joy and Kaiba. So hopefully they can do well with the line. I think they're still testing the water, but I think Kaiba should be coming for sure. Eventually, I really want to see Dark Magician with the purple armor, like that classic look. But yeah, I didn't get into the card game all that much. I did have some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but you know, they're mainly for collection purposes. I didn't even know how to play them. And you have that one Japanese kid in your class that knows everything about Yu-Gi-Oh cards, is like 3 seasons ahead of you, like have all these godly decks you can't even read, and whatever he says becomes gospel truth because he knows all the Japanese, right? But anyways, that's enough of me talking. Here's the left of the box, here is the right of the box, and here's the back of the box, and I'm pretty sure all of you are familiar with this, so let's dive straight into it. Alright, so here we have the figures still in there in the packaging, and as expected from Figma, it looks amazing. Maxfactory is very good at making these anime characters, especially female characters. But in terms of accessories, I feel like they could have given us a little bit more in there. They give us just enough where we can't really complain, no more, no less, but we can always use another interchangeable face. I feel like all the import figures should include at least 3 interchangeable faces, just because they're so good at making them, right? And I don't really know how much it will cost them, you know, just give us one more little piece of plastic. But I'm pretty sure like this maximizes their profit because I don't know anything about, like, you know, their business, right? But anyways, it looks really good, and I do have the online exclusive over here, and let's check out the figure itself. Alright, so here we have the figure itself, and like I mentioned earlier, Good Smile Company is very good at making these anime characters. I would argue that they are probably the best in the market in terms of looks. I especially like the paint work they're doing. Of course, we're gonna have some like paint issues here and there from time to time, but I think for the most part, they do a really good job. And if you do have issues, you can always shoot them an email. They're very good about that. But yeah, I think it looks really good. I really like it. And I do have her head over here, and you have to like peg that in. So let me just try to do that off camera. So here we have Dark Magician Girl wearing her hat, and it looks amazing. Figma makes my job really easy because they just look really good. I have nothing more to say. And let's check out the articulation and see what we got. Alright, the articulation is pretty straightforward. If you're familiar with Figmas, you know what to expect. You're gonna have some issues over here with the neck just because the way they designed the hair. The articulation is there, but it's kind of hindering. And the shoulder is just on a regular ball joint, and you do have a swivel over there. And bicep curls around that much, and you do have the forearm swivel. So this is really cool. I like it. And you do have the regular ball wrist. And the ab crunch is almost non-existent, but I don't think she really needs it. She can bend backwards around that much and bend front around this much. And these are softer materials, so you don't have to worry about that. And you do have the regular swivel over here, and then you can bend around this much. And you don't have that toe hinge. But you do have like a regular Figma joints in there, so you do have some side-to-side pivot. And yeah, that's pretty good. I think the articulation is pretty spot on. Like, it's nothing special. It's just regular Figma, and it looks really good. You can't really move the cape. The cape is just kind of like hanging there, and you can like kind of, you know, move it like that, but there's no joints or anything over there. So that's kind of a bummer, but I think it's still okay. Let's check out the accessories now. So first off, we have the default face, and she looks beautiful. So next up we have a sideward smirking face, and it looks really good. I think this will go really well if she's standing next to Dark Magician side by side. That would be really awesome. So I think we desperately need Dark Magician after Lastly, we have the iconic winking face, and it looks really good. Alright, so next up we have a pair of relaxed display open hands, and these are pretty standard, and it looks really good. And next up we have a pair of scissor hands for her to do all these cute poses, and I love it. It looks really good. Alright, so next up she came with one left hand for her to fix her head or something, and it looks pretty good. Let me just kind of show you what the hand looks like. Alright, so next up we have her magic wand, and it looks really good. And she came with 2 kinds of hand to hold it, but one of each though. One on the right and one on the left. And let's check out what that looks like. And yep, it looks really good. And next up we have her holding the wand with her left hand, and you do have that pinky sticking out, looking all feminine, and it looks pretty good. I love it. Alright, so next up she came with a pair of interchangeable legs, and these looks pretty good, but to be honest, I don't really care for it. I would rather get another faceplate or something, and I'm not gonna try it, guys. I'm sorry. I tried to pull her leg out earlier, and it's a little bit stiff. I don't want to worn it out. Alright, so next up she came with her spell book, and I forgot what this is. I think it's a magic card, and there's nothing written on it, but it will look pretty cool though, and it does come with a stand, and let's check out what that looks like. Yeah, that's pretty cool, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. Alright, so lastly, we have her energy ball from the online exclusive, and it actually looks pretty good. Let's try to put this together. Alright, so here we have the aura symbol, and let's jump straight into the size comparison. Alright, so first off, let's compare with all the Yu-Gi-Oh figures I have so far, and I think they look very, very good together. But I sold all my Vulcan Lot figures just because I didn't like them that much, and do let me know in the comments what you guys think, but I still think Figma is way better. I know they're for different purposes, but, you know, I just prefer Figma over Vulcan Lock. They're very good at posing and all that, but nah, I don't really need that. But yeah, hopefully Figma can give us Dark Magician eventually. I know Kaiba is coming, but I hope they can just continue with the line and give us as many characters as possible. Next up, we have some SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures, and they look pretty good. And next up, we have some SH Figuarts Star Wars figures, Lupin and Bruce Lee. And next up, we have some random Figma figures. More random SH Figuarts. And finally, we have the Variable Action Heroes Mewtwo and Lucario, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I highly recommend the figure. It's a beautiful piece. I love the paintwork, and the amount of accessories she came with is pretty good. I really don't think you need an online bonus. I mean, it's nice to have, but I don't think I'm ever gonna use it again. It's not as good as some of the other stuff, because you had to pay like, you know, extra like $20 for it. So yeah, not worth it. And do let me know in the comments what you guys think about the figure in general. But I think Figma is doing really well. Like, based on what I'm seeing over here, it looks really promising. And like I mentioned earlier, hopefully they can make Dark Magician, Kaiba, Joy, and then all that characters. Like, just give us as many as possible. Like, they're doing really, really well with that line. I'm very happy for it. But yeah, I think that's it from me. And don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share the video. And this is Eric. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!